back. Shirts versus skins. No, this is Pumpkin Valley, round two. Uh, and it's a warm one. It's 89 degrees, as evidenced by the dude getting some sun there in the rear view cam. Anyway, we're rolling through our neutral lap here. We go one neutral, five hot, and we're just coming up to the start finish. Got Nick from Ride Bikes. You got just a good turnout. We got Sawyer there in the rear view next to Nick. Uh, Sawyer's been off the bike. He's taking a little hiatus. We're trying to get him to come back to the dark side, or the light rather, of bike racing. But he's here. Got Ryan Kaler, Team California. Got the Fellow Kings. There's Richard. Got George Shortus in here. Looks like we got Anthony Fowkes and Jeff Simpson on the front there, coming around the final turn and across the start finish. And things get spicy early in this one. I think in my review there, next to Ryan, is Stephen Pimentel. Stephen, former Velo Kings, made the move to ride bikes last year. He's killing it. I think he's Cat 1 now. Pretty sure he is. Super strong. He is 5 to go, so we're hot now. And this is Esteban getting a little head start on us here, just up the road. But Stephen is just coming back from shoulder injury, collarbone, that happened in the P12 Snelling Road Race. And I think I just saw him on the road and looking at his Strava, like maybe he'd taken 4 weeks off. So I'm thinking, I don't know how fresh or how strong he might be. Pre-injury he was flying. He got just outside of top 10 in Valley of the Sun in the P1 time trial. So he's a go long guy. He's got a great engine. And a little foreshadowing for what's going to happen once we get through the hairpin here. But it's good to be back. It's hot, 89 degrees. I don't know. Last week it was, you almost put your vest on by the time we were done, cooled off. But it was a warm one today. So got some racing coming up. NorCal racing this weekend. Got Cats Hill Crit on Saturday in Santa Cruz, Criterium on Sunday. So looking forward to both of those. So here's the hairpin. This takes us onto Bryant Road. Definitely want to be in the bike. And there goes Steven, and there goes Ryan. And I'm like, oh man, that's a big gap they opened up. But here comes Richard. Here comes my boy. Puts in a monster dig. This is an uphill. I don't want my little incline guys not showing uphill, but it's uphill. So I'm not sure what happened with my gauge here. It's only giving us 1%. But Richards, he's pulling. I mean, we're 2% now. But I mean, I'm 450, 500 watts in his draft, and he gives me the elbow. That's as far as he gives me another elbow. I'm going Richard. So I got to kind of close the difference here. I was hoping he could kind of get back on my wheel, but as you can see, he's going to kind of let me go. So I bridge up to these guys, and this is the race right here. I mean, we get this breakaway. Velo Kings is going to chase it down. Nick at Ride Bikes isn't going to chase his teammate down. So they did get bored. They did actually try to chase us down because it's Pumpkin Valley, and it doesn't really matter. But going hard. Had some wind today. I think we had kind of a right to left, kind of cross headwind through here. But as you can see, I mean, we got a big gap going. Ryan elbows Steven through. I kind of fall in line, and we just start taking turns. So let's jump to the last lap here. So here we are coming into the hairpin. we lost poor Ryan in his junior gears on the downhill, I think, on the second or third lap. And so that's just Steven and I. And we've been playing nice, um, break mates up to this point. And then there he goes. And so um, I guess he's got some sofa fitness from his injury because he's just freaking putting it down. And, I'm just trying to get on terms with him. Um, my game plan was to not counter any of his moves, but to cover them all. This is like that 1 in a million scenario where I'm actually hoping it comes down to a sprint between he and I. I figure if he's lost anything, usually you lose your top end, right? Um, from being off the bike. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what Steven lost because he keeps drilling. Um, but I'm thinking, if it comes down to a sprint, if I cover, I thought about countering here. And it just gives me a little elbow. I'm like, and then I think I said I'm tired, so he goes again because I said I'm tired, and so I hustle to get on terms with him here. Part of this is it's sheltered right now, but once we get past these kind of oleander bushes on the right, when it kind of opens up, it is kind of a cross headwind, so it's going to be a tough one to get away. And we're kind of joking back and forth. We both want to, we're competitive guys, whatever. Um, but we're having fun. That's what it's about. So yeah, we didn't have any. Didn't have wool socks, Alex.
After that second one you did, but yeah, I pretty much close to make myself pop.
So I'm trying to get in his head just a little because I kind of like these attacks that he's putting on because I think they're hurting him more than they're hurting me. Because like I said, cross headwind, one-on-one moves. I've gotten a little better on these. I got a boatload of second places, getting in two-man breaks and not being able to close the deal at the line. I said, you got this much left, you can just tell me all the way. It's like I'm trying to drop you. I'm like, I know. So, but we've got a big enough gap that we can kind of play some cat and mouse games here without worrying about the field catching us. But we're just about half a lap to go, I guess, and we'll drop down to that bottom section here in a little bit. I think he gives me a couple more on the top. Here he goes again, this sucker. So I gotta go 1,000, 900, 800 watts to cover. But I'm in his draft, so we're going 29, 30 miles an hour and 500 watts. If I'm doing 5, he's doing 7. So. And then coast again. So this is kind of like waterboarding, where you're drowning, you can't breathe, and they stop just long enough you can catch your breath. Laughing on the outside, but kind of crying on the inside. Yeah, so I can't. My game plan is not to counterattack. You have a revolver, I have a musket. Which, I think this is where I accuse him of 3. How many Strava profiles do you have? Three Strava profiles. The one I follow had him off the bike for a few weeks. So hopefully his doctor's not watching because I think he might be a little bit early to be back on the bike. But anyway, we're coming into this downhill, so the wind will kind of shift from to a kind of left to right once we get around here. But it's downhill, so I think he's done attacking me. And we kind of, he might give me one more. Let's see. We're only got about 2.5. We got maybe a mile of racing left. Maybe a little more than a mile. About 3 minutes or of action. That's where you want to take your last drinks, get ready. Does a little glance over his shoulder. I think we're in the clear. So we can play some games here. So what do we, oh, it does go again. I think I saw his shadow or something, so I kind of ramped it up. But you know, that's a hard dig to cover. I mean, he freaking ramps it up to 36. Yeah, be it. It's flat though. I mean, we're not downhill anymore. But you know, I'm back on this wheel, and he's still just kind of bleeding watts there. So this should work out to my favor here. I like it. I like the sunset. I like the long shadows. They're kind of cool. But yeah, this is round 2, Pumpkin Valley. We'll go, every Wednesday until a time change or until Congress says the time's not going to change again. But check us out, velokings.com, VELOKINGS.com for ride details here in Fresno. It's a fun one. We start at 5:45. When the days get a little longer, we'll bump the start time to 6. But we do 1 neutral lap and then 5 hot. We got a start-finish setup here. So now we're coming into the last turn. And there's kind of it'll turn into kind of a cross tailwind left to right. So I definitely want to stay on the right side of it. But I'm just going to be patient. I'll let him. He's attacked me, a dozen times at this point. What's one more? I think we're about, it's maybe 300 meters when we come around this corner. You kind of see, he can see my shadow now. So when I get up, here we go. Here's the finishing sprint. I had a good sprint, I think. Good for me anyway. And I think I shifted once. And there's the line. And that's it. Another Pumpkin Valley in the books. Score 1 for Velo Kings. Ride Bikes Alex got the W last week, so I guess we're 1-1 on the series. But thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Check out the other videos on the channel. I'll be recording this weekend both Cat's Hill and Santa Cruz. So thanks again.
Oh man, you made me sprint.
You made me sprint.